started. So I'd like to welcome everyone here tonight. My name is Sylvia Gonzalez, and I'm the Executive Director of Solo Opera. And I'm here with my team today. We have Miguel Gonzalez there on the camera. We have Mel Behrens, who's our secretary, and he's here assisting us tonight. Rosa is the librarian of Concord Library. And we have a very, very special guest tonight, Leandra Ram, who is our vocalist. Leandra has sung with the San Francisco Opera and San Francisco Symphony. And she was also the first singer on the CD that is out of Lucinda. She played Mama on the original recording. So this can be gotten online. You can also listen to portions of it on YouTube. So we're only going to be doing parts of it tonight, so hopefully you'll go and listen to it there. I see a city council member that I see two city council members. We have some special guests here, Laura Nakamura and Carlin O'Ringer. Thank you so much for attending. I appreciate that. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight, which is F&M Bank, Mechanics Bank, and Los Rancheros Supermarket. So because of those wonderful sponsors, we were able to bring this to you tonight. So thank you to those sponsors. So I'm excited to share this really beautiful story with you tonight. It's a Mexican folktale about the very first poinsettia. And I would say, do you know what poinsettias are? But I think by now you probably do because they're everywhere in this room. But you might not know the background story of them, the history of them. They originally came from Mexico and Guatemala, and they grew in the Rocky Canyons there. And the Indians there, the Mayans and the Aztecs, they used them for very special things. Like when they had fevers, they used it as medicine. And they also used it to dye their clothes red. So lots of important things that they did with the poinsettias besides them being beautiful. The plant's name, poinsettia, came from a man named Poinsett, and he brought back the plant in the early 19th century from Mexico to South Carolina, where he then was a botanist and cultivated it here for the US. But a lot of people reject that name, poinsettia, in favor of the true name, which is Huetlashoshi. I hope I said that correctly. It means a flower that withers. And the leaves are very, very delicate on true plants. A lot of the ones here today are fake, but if you have a real poinsettia at home and you play with the leaves too much, it will break. So we're not going to be doing the history story today. We're going to be doing the folk tale. Now, do you know what a folk tale is? Yeah? So a folk tale is kind of like a fairy tale. Do you know what a fairy tale is? Yeah? Okay, so it's kind of make-believe, and it's not really the real story, but kind of a magical explanation of maybe how the first poinsettia might have come to be. So that's what we're doing tonight. Wow. And we're going to share that with you in three ways. We're going to do art, music, and literature. We already did the art, and I think everybody has their poinsettias. Let me see them all. Yay. Okay. And then we also are going to do, as soon as we can get it up on the screen, if not, we'll just have to hold up the book. We have the literature portion. We're going to read this in English and Spanish tonight. The Legend of the Poinsettia, retold and illustrated by Tommy DePaula. It's a beautiful book. And then Leandra is going to sing from the musical version, which is an opera, and is called Lucinda y las Flores de la Noche Buena. Lucinda and the Flowers of Christmas Eve. And that's by Evan Mack and Joshua McGuire. So she's going to sing three pieces from that tonight. We got the royalties to be able to do that. She's going to play two characters tonight, so you'll be seeing her change a little bit in her shawl. When she's the mother, she will look like this. She's Mama. And then she's also going to be playing the young girl named Lucinda in the opera. In the book, her name is Lucida. So a little bit different name there. So after we do that with the kind of the merging together of the music and the literature, then we're going to have some prizes at the end. And it looks like if we have under 50 people, everyone will get a book. So that would be awesome. and then treats for everybody on the way out. So, yay, huh? Okay, so Leandra's going to teach you a sing-along right now, and the reason why she's going to teach that to you before we start is you're going to be a part of the opera. You're going to be a part of the musical. So at the end of the show, we have to give Lucinda the courage because she's very, very nervous and scared. She doesn't have the confidence to give her gift. So we're going to be singing some words that are going to be giving her some confidence. And it's a very important message that I want to share with you, all of these beautiful words from the opera. And the message for this holiday is that the true beauty of a gift is in the giving. So no matter how expensive, we don't want it to be expensive or big gifts, no matter how simple or how small your gift is, if it's given from your heart, then it's beautiful, okay? So anything you might make your parents, if you make them something of your own, that's a beautiful gift. You don't have to go out and buy any expensive gifts, right? So that's the message that Lucinda learns, and that's the message I want to teach you, okay? So she's got a board over here with all of the words to the sing-along on it. And take it away, Leandra.
Thank you so much, Sylvia. I'm so excited to be here with you today to share with you this beautiful story of Lucinda y las Flores de la Nochebuena. And we are going to learn this amazing sing-along. And the melody is a little complicated, so I need your undivided attention while I teach it to you. So it goes like this. Just listen. That's the melody. So we are going to learn that a little bit at a time. So the first part goes like this. Let's see if we can try it together. That was beautiful. And now here's the second phrase. Your turn. Beautiful. And the last phrase. Your turn. Great. So my 3 out of my 4 real life children are here and know the song, and they're going to sing it with me to show you, and we're going to all do it together. So James and Sienna and Victoria, where are you? I'm not sure where Victoria went, but oh, here we are. Okay, so we're going to do the la la las, and then I want everyone to join us, okay? Here we go. La 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 la. Great, everybody sounds amazing. All right, now we're going to learn the English words. So we're going to do the same melody that we just sang, but we're going to add the English words. So the words are, give the gift that's in your heart. And we do that again. Give the gift that's in your heart. Give the gift that no one else can give. So let's try to sing that with those words. So it goes like this. Give the gift that's in your heart. Give the gift that's in your heart. Give the gift that no one else can give. Good, and we'll have everybody sing that. Here we go. Give the gift that's in your heart. Give the gift that's in your heart. Give the gift that no one else can give. Amazing. Now we're going to do it in Spanish. So the Spanish words are regala con tu corazón, regala con tu corazón lo que nadie puede regalar. So it goes like this when I sing it. Regala con con tu corazón, regala con tu corazón lo que nadie puede regalar. Okay, let's just move a little so everyone can see the board. And let's try it, everybody singing. Here we go. Regala con tu corazón, regala con tu corazón lo que nadie puede regalar. Great job, and we're going to sing that during the story in a little bit, so keep it in your mind and we'll do it shortly. Thank you so much, my helper.
Okay, we are now going to start reading, and you can watch it up on the screen. Yay! Yay for technology when it works. The Legend of the Poinsettia, retold and illustrated by Tommy DePaula. Lucida lived in a small village high up in the mountains of Mexico with her mama, her papa, and her younger brother and sister, Paco and Lupe. Papa worked in the fields with their burro, Pepito. Every evening, Lucida fed Pepito, gave him fresh water, and filled his stall with clean straw.
Las flores de Nochebuena. Lucinda vivía en su pequeño pueblo en lo alto de las montañas de México, con su mamá, su papá y su hermano y hermanas menores, Paco y Lupe. Papá trabajaba en los campos con su burro Pepito. Cada tarde, Lucinda alimentaba a Pepito, le daba agua fresca y llenaba su establo con paja limpia.
At home, Lucida helped Mama clean their casita, their little house, and pat out tortillas for their meals.
En el hogar, Lucinda ayudaba a su mamá a limpiar su pequeña casa y estirar las tortillas para la comida.
She took care of Paco and Lupe, and each evening they went to the shrine of the Virgin of Guadalupe near the front gate to see if fresh candles were needed.
Cuidaba a Paco y a Lupe, y a cada atardecer iban al santuario de la Virgen de Guadalupe que estaba cerca del pórtico para ver si necesitaban velas nuevas.
But every day was not work. On Sundays, the family went to San Gabriel in the square where Padre Alvarez said Mass. And all through the year there were fiestas and holy days, which began with a procession that wound through the village and ended in San Gabriel.
Pero no se trabajaba todos los días. Los domingos, la familia iba para San Gabriel, a la plaza donde el Padre Álvarez oficiaba la misa. Y a través de todo el año había fiestas y celebraciones que siempre empezaban con una procesión que serpenteaba a través de la villa y terminaba en San Gabriel.
One day, close to Christmas, La Navidad, Padre Alvarez came to their casita. Ah, Señora Martinez, buenos dias, good day. Padre Alvarez said, I'm here to ask you about the blanket, which covers the figure of baby Jesus in the Christmas procession.
Un día, cerca de la Navidad, el Padre Álvarez vino a su casita. Buenos días, señora Martínez, dijo el Padre Álvarez. Vine a preguntarle acerca de la manta que cubre la figura del niño Jesús en la procesión de la Navidad.
We have used the same one for so many years that it's almost worn out. Because your weaving is so fine, I have come to ask if you will make a new one. Mi padre, Lucida's mom said. I would be honored, and Lucida will help me.
Hemos usado la misma manta por tantos años que está completamente gastada. Como usted teje tan bonito, he venido a preguntarle si pudiera tejer una nueva. Mi padre, dijo la mamá, será un honor para mí y Lucinda me ayudará.
On Saturday, Lucida and Mama went to the market to buy wool for the blanket. They chose the finest yarn they could find.
El sábado, Lucinda y su mamá fueron al mercado a comprar la lana para la manta. Eligieron la mejor lana que pudieron conseguir.
At home, Lucida helped dye the wool. all the colors of the rainbow. Those colors will shine throughout the church, Papa said as he watched Lucida and Mama string the yarn on the loom.
En la casa, Lucinda ayudó a su mamá a teñir la lana de los colores del arco iris. Esos colores brillarán en la iglesia, dijo su papá, mientras observaba cómo Lucinda y su mamá colocaban la lana en el telado.
As Christmas drew closer, everyone in the village was busy. All the mamas were making gifts to place at the manger of the baby Jesus in the church, and the papas worked together putting up the manger scene in San Gabriel.
A medida que se acercaba la Navidad, todo el mundo en la villa estaba ocupado. Todas las mamás hacían regalos para colocarlos en la iglesia, en el pesebre del niño Jesús. Los papás trabajaban juntos haciendo la escena del pesebre en San Gabriel.
Lucida and the other children went to the church for singing practice for the Christmas Eve procession, when everyone could walk to San Gabriel singing and carrying candles. Once inside, Padre Alvarez would lay the figure of the baby Jesus in the manger, and the villagers would go up and place their gifts around it. Our gift will be the blanket for baby Jesus, Lucida told her friends. I'm helping Mama weave it.
Lucinda y los otros niños iban a la iglesia para practicar las canciones para la procesión de Nochebuena, que es cuando todo el mundo va caminando a San Gabriel, cantando y llevando velas. Una vez dentro, el padre Álvarez, coloca la figura del niño Jesús en el pesebre y a los de la villa se acercan a él y colocan los regalos a su alrededor. Nuestro regalo será la manta del niño Jesús, dijo Lucinda a sus amigos. Estoy ayudando a mi mamá a tejerla.
And now, Leandra is going to sing Mama's aria. It's about weaving and knitting the colorful blanket for the church, but she's also going to reveal a secret. She doesn't feel well, and she's feeling sick.
Imagination, I see her stitching a blanket
afternoon, a few days before Christmas Eve, Lucida and the children were singing in the church when Senora Gomez came hurrying in. Lucida, you must come home. Your mama is sick, and your papa has taken her down to the town to see the doctor. You must take care of your brother and your sister until your papa returns tonight. Lucida was frightened. Mama had never been sick before.
Una tarde, unos días antes de la Navidad, Lucinda y sus amigos se hallaban cantando en la iglesia cuando llegó la señora Gómez, muy apurada. Lucinda, tiene que regresar a la casa. Tu mamá está enferma y tu papá la llevó al pueblo para que la vea el doctor. Tienes que cuidar a tus hermanitos hasta que tu papá regrese por la noche. Lucinda tenía mucho miedo. Su mamá nunca antes se había enfermado.
When she got home, Paco and Lupe were crying. They were frightened too. Lucida tried to comfort them. She made some food and sat down to wait for Papa. That evening, Papa came in looking tired and worried. He drew Lucida close and he said, Lucida, mi niña, your mama is ill. Your aunt, Tia Carmen, will come take care of mama until she is well. But I must go back and stay with mama until I can bring her home. But it won't be until after Christmas. Senora Gomez will take care of you and Paco and Lupe while I am gone. She will come for you tomorrow.
Cuando llegó a la casa, Paco y Lupe estaban llorando. Ellos también tenían mucho miedo. Lucinda trató de consolarlos, les preparó algo de comer y se sentó a esperar a su papá. Esa noche, su papá regresó cansado y se le veía preocupado. Abrazó a Lucinda y le dijo, Lucinda, mi niña, tu mamá está muy enferma. Tu tía Carmen la va a cuidar hasta que se ponga mejor, pero debo regresar y quedarme con ella hasta que pueda traerla a casa. Pero no será sino hasta después de la Navidad. La señora Gómez cuidará de ti, de Paco y Lupe, mientras esté afuera. Vendré mañana por ustedes.
The next afternoon, Lucida heard two women talking. Lucida's mama is ill. She won't be able to finish the blanket for the procession. Isn't that a shame? See, the other woman said, we're also disappointed. Padre Alvarez will have to use the old worn-out one.
Al día siguiente, por la tarde, Lucinda oyó platicar a dos mujeres. La mamá de Lucinda está enferma. No podrá acabar la manta para la procesión. Qué pena, ¿verdad? Sí, dijo la otra mujer. Qué desilusión. El padre Álvarez tendrá que usar otra vez la manta gastada.
When Lucida went home to feed Pepito and get clothes for Paco and Lupe and herself, she looked at the unfinished blanket on the loom. Perhaps I can finish it, she thought. But when she sat down and tried to weave, the yarn got tangled, and the more she tried to untangle it, it got worse. It was no use. She would never be able to finish it by herself.
Cuando Lucinda fue a la casa para dar de comer a Pepito y recoger la ropa para ella, Paco y Lupe se quedó mirando la manta a medio terminar en el telar. Quizás pueda acabarla, pensó, pero cuando se sentó y trató de tejer, la lana se enredó. Cuanto más trató de desenredarla, peor se puso. No tenía remedio. Nunca podría terminar la manta por su cuenta.
She took the unfinished blanket to Senora Gomez. Ah, Lucida, it is so tangled. There isn't time for me to fix it, Senora Gomez told her. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Lucida started to cry. It was her fault the blanket was ruined.
Lucinda llevó la manta a la señora Gómez. Ay, Lucinda, está tan enredada. Ya no queda tiempo para arreglarla, le dijo la señora Gómez. Mañana es Nochebuena. Lucinda comenzó a llorar. La manta se había arruinado por su culpa.
Her family wouldn't have a gift to place at the manger of baby Jesus. Don't worry, Lucida. We will all go to the procession together. Lucida didn't say anything, but in her heart, she felt she had ruined Christmas.
Su familia no iba a tener un presente para poner en el pesebre del niño Jesús. No te preocupes, Lucinda. Iremos todos juntos a la procesión. Lucinda no dijo nada, pero en su corazón le decía que ella había arruinado la Navidad.
Come, Paco. Come, Lupe. It's time to go to the procession, Senora Gomez called on Christmas Eve. Where is Lucida? She was nowhere to be found. Lucida was hiding.
Ven, Paco, ven, Lupe, es hora de ir a la procesión, les llamó la señora Gómez en la Nochebuena. ¿Dónde está Lucinda? No aparecía por ninguna parte. Lucida estaba escondida.
From the shadows, Lucida watched everyone gather for the procession. The candles were lit, the singing began, and the villagers walked to San Gabriel, carrying gifts to place at the manger. Lucida walked along in the darkness and watched the procession go into the church, followed by Padre Alvarez carrying the baby Jesus.
Desde las sombras, Lucida observaba a todo el mundo reunido para la procesión. Las velas encendidas, comenzaron los cánticos y los feligreses caminaban hacia San Gabriel, llevando regalos para el pesebre. Lucinda lo siguió entre la sombra y vio entrar la procesión a la iglesia, seguidos por el Padre Álvarez llevando al niño Jesús.
Little girl, are you Lucida? An old woman stood in the shadows nearby. Sí, Lucida answered, wondering who she was. I have a message for you. Your mama is going to be fine, and your papa will bring her home soon, so don't worry. Go now into the church and celebrate Christmas with the others. Paco and Lupe are waiting for you.
Dime, pequeña, ¿tú eres Lucinda? Una viejecita se hallaba allí cerca, parada entre las sombras. Sí, respondió Lucinda, preguntándose quién sería. Tengo un mensaje para ti. Tu mamá se pondrá bien y tu papá la traerá pronto a casa. Así que no te preocupes. Ahora vete a la iglesia y celebra la Navidad con los demás. Paco y Lupe te están esperando.
I can't, Lucida told her. I don't have a gift for the baby Jesus. Mama and I were weaving a beautiful blanket, but I couldn't finish it. I tried, and I only tangled it all up. Ah, Lucida, any gift is beautiful because it is given, the old woman told her. Whatever you give, the baby Jesus will love because it comes from you. But what can I give now? Lucida said, looking around.
No puedo, le dijo Lucida. No tengo un presente para el niño Jesús. Mamá y yo estábamos tejiendo una hermosa manta, pero yo no pude terminarla. Traté, pero la enredé todita. Ay, Lucida, cualquier regalo es hermoso porque se da, le dijo a la viejecita. El niño Jesús amará cualquier cosa que le des porque viene de ti. ¿Pero qué puedo darle ahora? Dijo Lucinda mirando a su alrededor.
Okay, now Leandra is going to sing another song for us today. She's going to sing Lucinda's aria. So while pondering that she has no gift and she's feeling so upset about that, she looks up at the night sky. She sees the stars. We have a star hanging there. She looks up and she sings about the three kings or the three wise men and the gifts that they had for baby Jesus. Now, while you listen to this song, I think you're going to hear some snippets of some Christmas carols in there. And you nod your head if you hear them. You're going to hear O Holy Night, and you're going to hear We Three Kings.
Dark night, bright star, kings from afar, we think we know who they are. Three gifts, three kings, spice, oil, gold rings, such perfect things. But what did they really bring? I want to see what they saw that night. I want to find what they found by the light.
green weeds grew in a tangle nearby. Lucida rushed over and picked up an armful. Do you think these will be all right? Lucida turned to ask the old woman, but she was gone. Lucida walked into the church. It was blazing with candlelight, and the children were singing as she walked quietly down the aisle with a bundle of green weeds in her arms.
En una mañana cercana había hierbas verdes bien altas. Lucinda se acercó corriendo y recogió un montón. ¿Crees que esto estará bien? Lucinda se volvió para preguntarle, pero la viejita había desaparecido. Lucinda entró a la iglesia. Estaba resplandeciente con la luz de las velas y los niños cantando mientras caminaban despacito por el lateral, con un montón de hierbas verdes entre sus brazos.
What is Lucida carrying? A woman whispered. Why is she bringing weeds into the church? Another one murmured.
¿Qué es lo que lleva Lucinda? Susurró una mujer. ¿Por qué traerá esas hierbas a la iglesia? Murmuró otra.
Okay, now Leandra's going to sing the sing-along with you guys. I want you to take your poinsettias because we're going to use those, okay? Those are magical poinsettias and we're going to sway with them. You can come up if you want and you could be really, really close to her, but use them as your magic. You want to give her confidence because she doesn't have any confidence to bring her weeds to the church.
All right, so here's the plan. Do you remember the song we did before? We're going to sing the melody on la 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 one time first. Then we're going to do it in English 2 times, and then in Espanol 2 more times. So we're going to do it 5 times. La 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 in English twice, and then in Spanish twice. Is everybody ready? Yeah. Okay, and wave those poinsettias.
Give her the confidence.
Here we go. Let's do that again in English. Give the gift that's in your heart. Give the gift that's in your heart. Give the gift that no one else can give.
Now in Spanish.
Regala con tu corazón. Regala con tu corazón. Lo que nadie puede regalar. And again in Espanol. Regala con tu corazón. Regala con tu corazón. Lo que nadie puede regalar. Wow, amazing! Let's give a round of applause for our incredible chorus. Great job. You really gave me the
If
confidence.
you want, you can stay up there with Leandra because you can help her continue with the magic that's coming. So Lucida reached the manger scene and the altar. She placed the green weeds around the stable and she lowered her head and prayed.
Lucinda se acercó al pesebre y ella colocó las hierbas verdes alrededor del pesebre. Luego, ella se agachó la cabeza y rezó.
A hush fell over the church. Voices began to whisper, look at the weeds. Lucida opened her eyes and looked up. Each weed was tipped with a flaming red star, and the manger glowed and shimmered as if lit by 100 candles.
El silencio envolvió la iglesia. Unas voces empezaron a susurrar. ¡Miren las hierbas! Lucinda abrió los ojos y miró hacia arriba. Cada hierba estaba coronada con una llameante estrella roja. El pesebre brillaba y refulgía como si estuviera iluminado por centenares de velas.
When everyone went outside after Mass, all the clumps of tall green weeds throughout the town were shining with red stars. Lucida's simple gift had indeed been beautiful.
Cuando todo el mundo salió después de misa, todas las matas de hierbas verdes del pueblo estaban brillando como estrellas rojas. El sencillo regalo de Lucinda se había convertido en algo maravilloso.
And every Christmas to this day, the red stars shine on top of green branches in Mexico. The people call the plants La Flor de Nochebuena, the flower of the Holy Night, the poinsettia.
Y desde ese entonces, cada Navidad hasta el día de hoy, las estrellas rojas brillan en la punta de las ramas verdes de México. La gente las llama la flor de Nochebuena.
The end. Yay!